Hey, Jimmy, Chairman Jimmy. Yeah, this is Zilla here. Look, dude, we gotta talk. You gotta increase the wage budget. It's the our wage budget's second smallest in the league. Only Bolton is lower, and they're like £7 billion in debt. Yeah, we need more wages so we can bring better and more players in. Yeah. What? You want me to develop players and sell them so we can have more money to bring better players in? Yeah. Fine, develop players. To develop players, we need training facilities. Our training facilities, Jimmy, they're 1 star. We're the lowest in the league. We're a laughingstock. I'm in the locker room now. It looks like a bomb hit it in here. Everybody's laughing at us. No one wants to play for us, Jimmy. You got to increase the training facilities then. What? You don't have any money? Whoa, wait a second. We got £330,000 of TV money, Jimmy. It's not in the budget anywhere. Where did the TV money go? What? You bought big screen TVs for your house with it. Jimmy, that's not what TV money means. That's not how you're supposed to use it. Look, just forget it. We'll figure it out. Yeah, bye. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Season 4 with Devotion to Promotion, where we're trying to take Nuneaton Borough from the bottom of the British football world to the top. And yes, it's fair to say at the start of this 4th season that we are a club with issues. We have the worst training facilities, the worst youth facilities, except for a couple maybe exceptions, but right at the bottom of the league pretty much. We've got the smallest payroll except for Bolton, who, if we take a look for whatever reason, Bolton's a total mess, and they've kind of completely collapsed down to this level of the football world. So I guess things could be worse because they are £1 million in debt. Their payroll wage budget is only $13,000, and they've already spent more than that. So they're over it by $1,000. So just a complete total mess down here. So we could be worse. It could be worse. We could be Bolton. But as we try to take on this higher level of football, where we've gone from semi-professional to professional, it's a big jump. And Chairman Jimmy is not helping. He's not ponying up the cash, despite the fact that we have some money here, over $600,000 in the bank. So our stadium's a mess. We've got injured players, worst training facilities, low budgets, all that kind of stuff. But we're going to just drive on and deal with it. That's part of the adventure, I think. If we do take a look, today, by the way, is the 5th of August in the year 2023. It is opening day, and we will square off shortly against Chesterfield, who is predicted, I think, to finish 5th in the league, although we'll take a quick look before we start. We're playing them away, and it should be an interesting match. However, let's take a look a little bit at our preseason. We have some new players in too. I'm happy to say that we're able to kind of finally find some value purchases, I think, and bring some good players in, or at least people that I hope are good players. We'll see how it all works out. But the schedule has been rather kind to us. I kind of canceled some of our preseason friendlies, and then our assistant manager scheduled more back in the ones that I canceled until I figured out that at some point I must have clicked a button that told the assistant manager to just go nuts and schedule friendlies all the time. So I finally found where that button was, and I unclicked it, and that allowed me to cancel the new ones that he put in place of the ones that I canceled. So we only ended up with 7, which was still quite a lot. I felt like there was a lot of more than we needed here. We did start off against Coventry, which is our parent affiliate in the league above us, and we beat them 2-0. I have no idea why. Then we played Bournemouth, and we lost to them 3-1. It was not as close as the score indicates. It could have easily been 8-1. I think they had 20-something shots, and we had 10 kind of things that they gave us credit for shots, but they really weren't shots. And I don't even think they were playing. Actually, they were playing their best players, some of their best players, at least in the first half or so. Then we had just kind of a run here of 3 matches against weaker teams, and we handled them with no real trouble. Chelsea under-23s came in, and we beat them 1-0 in a rather even match. It could have gone either way. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be better than us or not. I think they are, so that's probably a good sign. But then making up for that, we played Bat City, who was they were in the same league with us last year, but they got relegated while we got promoted. So we're now 2 leagues ahead of them. We drew them 0-0. We did, however, outshoot them 20-4, one of those matches where you just go, what can you do? But that puts Chesterfield on the map. Before we go there, let's take a look, though, at some of our transfers. I did want to share a couple of things here that I thought were interesting. So when we last left, I was complaining that we had signed most of our players from the previous season. We had let a few go and kind of lost track of a couple. We had a couple of issues and things like that. But we had only really gotten in 3 players. Well, since then, we've gotten in 6 players in here. most of them I think are worth taking a look at. Sean Stewart here is a left back out there. Good physicals, pretty decent mentals, not the best on technique, and he's not an attacking left back. I'm trying to get him to work on his crossing here, but good defensively, so I think he's going to be a good supplement. That gives us two good left backs now. Aaron Henry is kind of a high potential signing that I'm going to put out on loan, so he's not really worth looking at right now. Then we get to, I think, two of the most exciting signings we had. Elijah Dixon Bonner. So he is a good player for most EFL 2 sides. We got him in at £925 per week. We actually bought him for $0 from wherever he was. He was at Southend. And pretty decent numbers. I mean, he can't stand up very well. His balance is 6, so that's a little bit of a concern, but I think everything else looks pretty good. Passing, teamwork, all this kinds of stuff. Looks like he should be a really good addition to our midfield. If we look at how he did last year, whoops, that's not what I wanted. For Southend, however, in the same league, EFL League 2, he got a 6.7 in 40 matches, which is not all that good. So wondering if some way that I'm not aware of, he's a little bit flawed. Maybe the balance of 6 could be a little bit where he's flawed. But then check this out. Talk about good news. Nya Kirby, get ready. He's on loan from Crystal Palace. He ranks out at a good player for most EFL League 1 sides. I have no idea how we got him. They put him up on loan, and I think his wages are $6,000. They said you could pay $1,300 per week, which by far, he's our most expensive player, and the board is kind of upset that we're spending £1,300 per week on him. Although the team we're going against today has over a dozen players who have wages that are higher than $1,000. He's our only player up over $1,000. And yeah, he's on loan. It's not ideal, but he was just too good to turn up. I mean, look at all that green and blue. That's all you have to say. It's just like green, blue, everywhere. He can't jump, but yeah, whatever. Teamwork, a little bit of a ball hog, but he just should be really, really good in that midfield. A great addition. And check out this little tab here. It says, interest in joining our club. He's worth £600,000. How are we ever going to sign him? And he wants about, I think it's like £4,000 a week in wages. So unless he's willing to take a massive pay cut and we get him at the end of the contract, I think his contract runs out. We're getting way ahead of ourselves here, but it is pretty exciting. His contract does run out at the end of this year. So we'll see. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see what happens here. Then Aiden George, a striker, another man with 2 first names or an inverted first name. Yeah, and last name. Kind of like Cameron John, who we lost. Speaking of which, must stay focused, but trying to... So we're playing Chesterfield. Cameron John, our left back, was signed by Chesterfield, so we're going to see him today and play against them. That should be pretty good. So Aiden Judge is a striker. I liked him because he had a lot of 10s and they were very yellow. It just was kind of... For whatever reason, it just seemed like great balance. And I said, wow, look at all those yellow 10s, and it's just pretty. And I thought he's going to be okay. Kind of reminded maybe of a Tyrone Ofori, except a level up. And at first, it was interesting here. At first, we signed him for almost £1,000 per week with kick-in clauses that would bump his wages up almost to £1,200 a week after he played like 10 matches. And at the last minute, I said, screw it, no, and I canceled it. Then I went right back to him and I negotiated with him again, and we got him for £700 per week. Financial acumen right here. How about that? Saving the team £500 per week to bring him in. He's a target man type of guy, so I'm kind of interested. We haven't really, not quite sure how we're going to fit him in yet, but I think he'd fit in on our 4-2-4 up front there as kind of an assistant striker. And then lastly, we needed a center back and a right back, and this guy, Deji Oshilaja, can come in. He can play center back and he can play right back. So it should be, and he can play left back. He's just a really big pickup here. He is old, 30 years old, but it's nice to have, I think, a couple of older players to kind of keep the younger ones from getting too drunk on weekends and stuff like that. And his leadership is 14, determination of 14, work rate, teamwork is 11, stamina, natural fit. So all good numbers so far still. Looks like just kind of a really nice, solid addition to our defensive line. And he ranks out as good player for most EFL 2 sides. He just arrived yesterday, I think, so he's on the bench, probably won't play today unless one of our center backs gets hurt or really gets tired, or we're up by a lot or down by a lot, and I can bring him in and get some energy here. So some good signings, I think. I'm pretty excited about that. We still kind of need, with the time that's left, the other thing that I forgot about too, I'm learning so much this time, that last time, if you remember, in the National North, the transfer window is something in like February or March or something. There basically isn't one. You can just sign players all the time. However, the transfer window in the League Two closes at the end of August. So we only have 26 days if we're trying to bring in players from other clubs. So that creates kind of a time pressure there. And especially it's a little bit trickier, I think, to get free agents here because most of the free agents, the good ones, tend to look like they're gone by the time this window is going to come up. So a little bit of time pressure here. But the 3 weeks or so that's left, what I'm trying to do, I want to get another midfielder in because I'm figuring one of our midfielders is going to pan out. Maybe a right back, maybe a striker, and then I'm trying to get some 2 or 3 really high potential cheap players that I can loan out to see if they develop and maybe we can sell them for cash. So really trying to embrace that buy players, develop players, sell players kind of mentality, I think is going to be the thing that might help us get some money to help us get out of this predicament of being a low stature club in a much larger league now. So somehow we have to find a way out of that. I have never done that before, so I'm kind of learning as I go. If you have tips, I know cup runs we can make money, and I think buying and selling. But if you have tips or things I'm not doing, you say, wow, you should really do that to make more money. Please let me know. Without kind of gimmicking the game, I'm not going to set up like a preseason. I mean, I've seen those whole preseason Premier League tournaments where you can make like £4 million in a month. And I'm not going to do anything gimmicky to do it. I just want to play straight up. But if you see something I'm doing that might make sense for me to look into, I'd be greatly appreciative because I'm still kind of figuring this out. I have not played really at this level of the game too often. And so, let's see. Oh, yes, I did want to mention a couple of the things as we get today. There is the stupid rule. I thought I would talk about the stupid rule because League Two has a stupid rule. The stupid rule is that one of your players has to have been trained by your club for 3 years before their 21st birthday. It's August 5th. I just learned about this on August 3rd when I had a big red X on the team, on the club, the team to field for today's match. And like, we can't play the match unless, because we don't have a player like that. Everybody that was here is gone. And I mean, I thought we might have had a couple players, but I kept plugging them in, and it's like games like nope. So not a single player have we had that we trained for 3 years before they were 21 that qualifies to meet that rule, which means that we can't play the match. We'd kind of have to forfeit or something like that. So I dug out the handy dandy internet, and I figured out that we could take some kid from our under 18s or under 23s, give them a professional contract and just sit them on the end of the bench. So that brings us to Richard Slater. He's 15 years old. He's got 1/2 of 1 silver star in ability. He's got basically no potential ability, but he's a goalkeeper and he's going to sit at the end of the bench. He's now making 120 pounds per week. We picked him off our U18 team, so we qualify for the stupid rule. So welcome to the senior team, Richard Slater. You will not see this. It is nice. I don't usually keep a goalkeeper on the bench, and he's not, even though he's a goalkeeper, he's not really a goalkeeper for this level. But I think if our goalkeeper ever were to get hurt, I guess that's when he would see some action, although look at that red. I mean, he's only 15. He's probably in like high school, and he's probably just psyched to get 120 pounds a week for sitting on the bench in a game. Good seats. Yep. So let's see. I think that's pretty much it. It's time, I think, to end the words and dig into action. We are ready to start. The last thing before we do that, I thought I would take a look at the final media prediction for us here. We have dropped down to, media predicts us to finish 8th. Chesterfield's dropped down to predicted to finish 6th. And again, I have no idea where this is coming from. No clue where they get it. We're supposed to finish mid-table. I think if I'm kind of taking a big kind of a metacognitive look at this team right now and saying where we don't have the structure or the money, I think, to make a run to get promoted this year. That seems like that's quite, we might even be a couple years away from that. But I'm hopeful that we don't have kind of a nail-biting fight against relegation, that we can finish somewhere 10th to 18th, I think would be really nice. If we could finish in there, and if we could have a couple good cup runs, maybe develop some players and try to increase our financial state and maybe get some training facilities in over the course of this year, that would be a big win, I think. So that's kind of the goal. That's what I think we really need to do. But I don't think we have anything enough about us to get up. I'm hopeful that we won't be slogging it out for one of those last 2 spots and get relegated. But We'll see. But let's jump into today's match. Enough of this stuff. I think we are ready to go to the match preview. They are favored. Chesterfield's favored 6-4. We're 13th. Their league position is, this is alphabetical. That's no real point and all this kind of stuff. So let's go to our team selection. We're kind of just a couple things about team selection. We're not really ready for the match. I kind of turned over the training to the assistant, and with all those friendlies and stuff like that, we actually had a lot of players get hurt. Both of our goalkeepers got hurt, and even Pat O'Brien, he's not even really in match shape yet today too. So we have a number of players that aren't quite ready to play. Some of them are players we brought in and just haven't had enough time to get up to match speed, but we're going to go forward with what I think are kind of mostly our best 11. O'Brien's our goalkeeper. This is our back four from last year. The only one who's not here today is Thompson, who's just recovered from his hamstring injury, so he's not ready to play. But this is the same backfield we started with. We could have played with last year, so that's pretty much it. Different looking midfield. We have both Dixon Bonner and then Kirby, our 1,300 pound per week midfielder that wants to join our club. It's way too good for us. I don't know what you're doing down here, but anyway, welcome to the team. Shez Isaac is going to start. He's going to play until his legs fall off. And Bennett's at right, Major, and Naya up top. I wanted to start Byrne up top because I think he's better, but he bruised his shin, and he's on the bench but isn't ready to start yet. So I'm hopeful that Anaya can still put some goals in at this level. We're going to go with our 4-3-3 balanced formation. It's worked in the preseason till I kind of probably at some point we're going to have to make things a little bit more complex, but I don't quite think this is the time yet. So fingers crossed. Let's do it. We're on the road. First League 2 match. Jaden Bennett's is mad. Yeah, it's lacking in. Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, well. Okay. Squad numbers will be given to players. Let's just do auto number. Slater, the goalkeeper, and a defender. That's fine. And we'll submit those numbers. And here we go. I'm interested to see how this looks. It's drizzle and 13 degrees centigrade. I switched the temperatures to centigrade because it seems like most of the people watching aren't from the United States anymore. And let's go to our dressing room. We'll do our tactics here. Opposition. Ask our assistant. We are going to press on the outsides for whatever reason. Why change what's always worked? And let's go to team talk. Encourage the players. Give them a bit of a morale boost. I bet they're pretty nervous. I know I am. I know we're the underdogs, but go out there and give the fans a performance to cheer for. Sure, let's try that. That did not work. I have faith in you. That works. Okay, so apparently everything that works in the National League with talks works up here. Listened nervously. Naya Kirby. Dude, you're our leader. You're the guy from League 1. No, just relax. Okay, he doesn't know us. It'll just take a while. This happened last year too, I think, right? All right, let's kick it off. Here we go. I'm excited. We are on the left in our blues. And Chesterfield is on the right in their reds. Again, playing away in the rain. They kick it out of bounds pretty easy here. We've got 71%, 93% possession through 4 minutes. Don't think that means anything at all. I'm hopeful that some of our players, like O'Brien, who's our goalkeeper and only 80% match fit. Ooh, that was a fortuitous bounce there. Oh, Isaac gives it away. Uh-oh, he's going to pass it right through. That's bad. Oof. Okay, corner. Isaac's struggling a little bit here in the initial stages of League 2 play. I still believe in Shez Isaac. Oh, I don't know if I set my set pieces up. I might have to take a look at that. Blocked away. That's a card. Give him a card, please. Yes. Nice yellow card. Cameron John. There he is. Cameron John is starting at left back for them. Hello, Cameron John. Eddie Clark matches the left back. Let's just clear this card up because our left backs and right backs tend to get double cards if we don't do that. Rogers, Isaac. Okay, he completed that pass. That's better. Bennett cuts across. Kirby. Oh, Dixon Bonner, our two midfielders combined for our first highlight of the year. We are out shooting them 3-1. That's a good sign. They got their second yellow card. They are looking to have right about the same types of conditioning issues we are. They've got a lot of yellow cards here. Let's see what this set piece looks like. I don't remember if I said Isaac. Not much going on there. I might need to tweak that here. Oh, bar. Finish. Yes. We're up. Who hit it? Dixon Bonner hit the long shot. He's boomed 2 of them now. Maybe he's got good long shots here. Let's take a look at that. So a defensive header didn't clear. Major picks it up. Feeds it into Dixon Bonner. He blasts it off the right post. And Naya just taps it in. Let's pause and shout. Oh, I can't pause and shout. Why can't I pause and shout? Now I can't shout. Okay, pause. Let me shout here. Let's praise them. Nice! So we're on the board. We will get a goal this year. And Anaya can score up here. At least one goal. He starts this way every year. He likes YouTube. And then he plays really well for the first half of this. That's a goal. Oh, nice. Offside. I thought for sure. They had 6 bodies in there that went into. So pretty good so far. 5 shots to 3 shots. Our away formation seems to be holding up. We don't look bad. Anyway, I mean, things can change. But so far, we... yeah, that's going in. Oh, nice save. And then a goal. Okay. That's what I get for saying we don't look bad, huh? We dropped down to 4th position. Sure. Wow. Right over. Who is that? Our left center back. That's Ogumbo, I think. Very well. 1-1. Game on. We know it's not going to be easy. Let's see if we can get back up here. Oh, I should demand more. No, not yet. Jacob's going to change some good tactics. No. Okay. Still, I would take a tie on the road here, a draw on the road in this first. Tell the boys they did well and the efforts were excellent. We've been the better team. Just keep doing what we're doing. We'll be fine. Yeah, let's give them a little bit of confidence. Let's try that. You weren't bad, but I believe you can improve. I have faith in you. Yep. Okay, and now Nyaya Kirby seemed motivated. That's good. How are we doing here? 6.3 rating is... Jaden Bennett's on the right-hand side with a 6.3. Oof. And Nyaya Kirby with a 6.3. Ah, that's a awful. Huh. Okay. It's a have to. Let's give him some time here to settle in. Kirby's going to take a little while, I think, to settle in. Isaac to Bennett's. Maybe we sub him out if he keeps having a rough time here. Oof. Bennett's usually can just run by anybody down on that side, but he got cleaned up there pretty bad. It's going to be a much more challenging situation for us this year. And Naya breaks in. Oh, that looked promising. Uh-oh. Webb is a threat here. Ogumbo shows him how this time. Nice. Got him back for that last goal. Get the ball. Uh-oh. Threatening here. Oof. Welcome to League 2. God, 2 minutes into the second half. What happened? Where is our defense? This went over the top. Oh, we just left them alone and let him be on side. Struggling a little bit. Jaden, okay, things have gone from really fun to not so fun in a quick 10 minutes here or so. Let's clean that yellow card up. I think might switch to a 4-2-4. It seems like whatever they've done here, they're doing a lot better now. Come on, Kirby. Okay, that's productive. Clark in front. Go up for a corner. All right. I'm going to pause here. I may stop it. I'm going to just take a quick look at our set pieces here, our corners, to see what we're doing here. Just want to make sure they're not broken. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, we're good. Ogumbo on the far post. That's basically our strategy. Isaac to Ogumbo, and he heads it in. Okay, pick it up. Here we go. And Naya. Back to Dixon Bonner. You're running the wrong way. And Naya, they're pushing us out. Oh, goodness. God, that was horrible. Oh, O'Brien saves us, yes. We look... I won't say it. We look kind of bad at that, especially in that play. That was pretty terrible. We looked like we didn't know what we were doing. Come on, Major. Make it up for us. Oh. Wow, we could usually... getting outshot 10-5 now. Jack Webb is pulling all the strings. Always press. Yeah. Oh. Gosh, they're just quicker than us. They do have, I think, 10 players that are making a ton more money than we are. Oh, that's bad. Nice. O'Brien picks it up. Okay. At 60 minutes, we're going to have to change something up here. Might be too late at 60 minutes. Maybe we do that now. But they seem to have figured out the 4-3-3. We have not done well lately here. There we go. Nice. Bonner up to Major. Can Major still do it at this level? He's had a very good preseason, by the way. Nope, can't do it at this level. The old dribble down that left-hand side is... Wow, look at that pinging around here. They look like Barcelona. Gah. It's going to be Webb again. Blocks it. He's going to shoot it. Ah. The pain. The pain. Okay. Let's see if we can rescue something here. Kirby still 6.3. Bennett 6.3. Majors 6.4. Good Lord. Rogers frustrated, in danger of being booked. Let's do... And Naya's he's the only one who's done okay. Pat O'Brien's done okay too. Let's go to let's try a 4-2-4, see if that just changes things up a little bit. And we'll bring in Bairn at false 9 for Kirby. We'll put him, advanced playmaker, attack. Major winger, attack. Goalkeeper, sweeper, keeper, defend. And that's good, I think. Maybe we get Dixon Bonner. Dixon Bonner's played pretty well here. Kirby not having a great debut. Down 3-1 at 56 minutes. God, Webb is just killing us. That was a fairly good... Yeah, he's just taking it to us here. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do one thing here, too. He is on the left side. Let's flip-flop them. And let's have Sturlakovic play cover. And Ogumbo play defender. And that'll get Sturlakovic on Webb, I think. So maybe that'll help a little bit. Oh, don't just give him the ball. Oh, yeah, don't do that. God. Why not? Duh. That defensive switch worked great. I'm getting schooled. Oh my God, 14 shots to 5. We were up 5 shots to 3. They're just tearing us apart here. Come on, boys. We're better than this. There we go. Come on, Major. Show them how. Finish. Finish. Oh, we hit the bar. That's a little promising. Oh, it's got a bruise. Okay. So our other midfielder's got a bruised thigh. Let's get him out of here. There's no sense. Dixon Bonner. Let's bring in Kise at center mid attack. That's good. They absolutely demolished us here. I guess we won't be going undefeated. Nice. Anaya flies down, cuts it. Nice pass. Oh, you got to finish that. Hit it harder. Hit like you mean it, Major. 70 minutes. We'll bring in somebody else to get him some time here. Oh. Okay, that was a little bit ambitious. There's positives here. I don't know what they are yet, but there's positives. Let's bring in... Now we'll wait to 80 minutes for our last sub just in case. Let's demand more. And do I go attacking? Yeah, let's just try it. I mean, I don't expect to get 3 goals in the last 15 minutes here, but it'd be nice to see what we can do with an attacking formation. This kind of bodes, it's a little bit ominous here. This could be a long season. That whole avoiding relegation might be a little bit ambitious here. Might have to make a... Oh, is that going to be a red card? Maybe all the bad stuff happens today. So we need... Kise can come back to right back. I'll pull Anaya out and I'll bring in Oh, we'll just do that. Let's bring Anaya back here. Kisei back here for right back. We'll move Anaya to the midfield. Put Bairn up top as an advance forward. And then we'll substitute in Luke Kundal for Anaya. And he'll be center midfield attack. Major can play, I think. Yeah, he can come back. So pull back, Major. Bennett's can pull back too. Let's pull our lines back. And distribute quickly. That's fine. Let's balanced. That's about all we can do. Confirm changes. Pause play. Good times. I'm in a great time. I think that why not score again? Okay. Let's get one here. 4-2 would be a little bit better. I'm glad we had 2 good years before this because we might be taking our lumps here. Oh my gosh. We haven't had any fun today. After being up 1-0 and so excited and 30 minutes in, it's been just a nightmare since then. I haven't even seen the other half of the field. Come on, boys. Oh, gosh. 20 shots to 11. We haven't taken a thumping like this. Actually, we haven't taken a thumping like this in a long time. I think the last time was maybe when we played the Wolves in the regular season. So this has been a while since we've really gotten our butts thoroughly handed to us. Oh, my goodness gracious. We look terrible. All right, Isaac. Come on. Let's give the fans some hope here. There it is. Goodness. Nothing good going on here. Bennett's. We got a little possession here. This is a little bit positive. We're not really doing anything, but it's a little bit positive. Go up to the left. Wide. Oh, yeah. Sends Major through. Back in front. Oh, their defense is just parked in front of the goal. We can't get any shots off. This is going to wrap it up. We might need more players. Might have to call Jimmy again. And we look like the Bad News Bears here. That's a movie reference. I suppose it's popular in Britain. Maybe. I predicted a draw before the match. To be honest, I'm surprised that Chesterfield have been able to do this one. I still believe the sides a very similar loss will have hurt and uneaten. Yeah, 22 shots to 12, 11 on 4. Oh, we did have better possession. That's it. Dressing room. Tell the boys they did well and their efforts were excellent. What? What are you talking about? What drugs are you on, man? I'm far pleased from what I saw from this team. Yes, that's better. End team talk. Continue. Well, I bet with the 3-goal differential. Ooh. We're right at the bottom. Okay. And Barrow, who got promoted with us. Interesting enough, even Barrow, who got promoted with us last year, they are spending more on salary than we are. They've got £25,000 to work with. We've only got £20,000 to work with. Well, we have 24, but they have 25, and they're already spending it too. So we are pretty much, except for, again, Bolton, we're dead last. And say Bolton won, actually, with their £13,000 salary. So if they can do it for $13,000, we should do it. I think we're better than this. But boy, that's a pretty, we got whooped. We got our butts kicked. That brings us to the end today. A rather ominous start to the season here. We will play through these. We do have this Peterborough, who's in the league above us for this EFL Cup first round. And I think that's just League 1 and League 2 teams, if I'm not mistaken. And then we do have some kind of a trophy group thing that I don't think we're supposed to do very well in either. That comes up here next. But I think we'll play through these next 5 matches. Then maybe come back for Plymouth. We'll see how these teams are looking and how things are going. But Cambridge United, Plymouth, or Carlisle, I think we'll come back for as we move forward here. Thanks for stopping by. Please give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the episode. Hit subscribe if you'd like to keep up with the news and things that are going on. And if you have any tips on things we need to do, we might need some help here this season. Have a great day. Take care.